Now, let's talk about the signs. I mentioned signs many times as we were going to the first slide. Now, what are the signs? If you're looking at this PowerPoint, that second slide, it says, just like the vowels, the consonants are also represented by signs. We're not talking about consonants yet, but they're also represented by sign. What is the sign? The sign is the image of the letter they represent. That is true for any language. It's true for any language. But by tradition, the way we were taught the alphabet, it's changed today. The way the linguists look at it today, it's totally different. And this class is going to be based on the way the linguists see the alphabet and language in general. And that's why it's going to be a little easier for you to learn it. Now, we also say the sign is also called the referent. What is that? It's the image that comes to your mind when a letter is heard. When you hear a letter, whatever comes to your mind. When you hear ah, and then the letter ah, now that one by itself comes to your mind. The vowel ah comes to your mind. When you hear a, the letter a, we don't have it here on its own, but we mark, I say, we don't have it here on its own. Because this is not a, this is one letter, a. And then we just mentioned that a moment ago. So now, yeah, it's what comes to your mind when you hear the letter or the vowel, whatever it is. And now, the vowels with one sign, we saw that's what we studied first. Some vowels are represented with one sign. And I call those original vowels because nothing is mixed to it. You see, it's by itself, it's on its own. Those are those four you see here. And again, let's pronounce them. A, E, O. And I would like for you to do that. If you could please pronounce it. Try to pronounce them. This is key. The pronunciation is key. It's A, E, O. Keep pronouncing it until it's registered to your mind the same way the English alphabet is registered to your mind. So we want to remember that. In Haitian Creole, this is A, E, O. Like I said, I call them original vowels. Now, the ones with two signs, we have two groups. We have the ones we have behind us. As a matter of fact, there is one we didn't even, oh yeah, we did talk about it. The OU, we talked about it. It's part of the O vowels. And now, it's part of the two signs as well. Two signs because I have 1, 2. One sign, two signs, but it's one letter. It's two signs. Those vowels have two signs. It's on, on, and then the U, and the OU as well. Those are two signs. Two signs, but one phoneme. What's that? A phoneme is the smallest unit of the sound in a language. That's what they call phoneme. That's what the linguists call phoneme. I mentioned that earlier. The letter U by itself does not exist in Haitian Creole. Does not exist. Now, the other group of vowels with two signs are the E and the O. Two signs because you have the letter E that you know in English and then the accent on it. Now, you know in Creole it's not E, it's A. We have A and you have the accent on it that makes it A. So what does the accent do? The accent changes it into a completely different vowel. A completely different letter. On its own it was A, but the accent on it it's A. And same thing for O. On its own, it was O. When the accent is on it, it's O. That changes it into a completely different vowels. Now, what I want you to do is to keep practicing those. Keep pronouncing them until, like I said earlier, you register them into your head. Now, we're going to move to some exercise. We're going to see the next slide. I have homework for you already. How does that sound? And that's what we're going to move to right now.